Mom is back from Glenview Hospital. Thank God there's nothing major. She was just under overnight observation. She had heart palpitations the other day, but they did 36 hours of vital checks and all these blood pressure, everything was okay. It was a big scare, and I'm just thankful. And again, like I said, I put her in the hospital because of the stress from my stroke. It's just a mother's love, and I'm gonna hold that for the rest of my life with a guilty conscience. While my mom was at the hospital, a friend I haven't talked to in a month, I found out his father passed away. I found out last minute that the wake was that night, so I was going to take an Uber, but my dad said, I'll take you there. We can't sit in the hospital all day. And sorry about your dad, Pat. You will never see this video, at least for a couple years, but Patrick's been a friend of mine since 1997 when we first met at U of I in college in Champaign-Urbana at ISR dorm. And I was just DJing and he introduced himself. He was so fascinated with my equipment. But we never were good friends in college. We only hung out like twice in the past, I don't know, 28 years. But he's always kept in touch, and I appreciated that. And we always keeping each other in check on Facebook and Messenger, even though we're not the best of friends. And then yesterday, we find out it was my really good friend from college, Alan Chang. It was the 10-year anniversary of his son's death. His son died prematurely after birth, and Alan's a good guy. We weren't the best friends, but good friends. And I remember back in the day in like 98, 99, 2000, I would help him move out of his dorm, and he would always help me like move my DJ equipment, speakers, turntables, mixers, amps that weighed a couple 100 pounds. That was such a tremendous help, and it took a lot of stress off me. It's things like that. I rarely go to like barbecues. I never go to bars. Let's go to the bar. I always say no. I often say no to restaurants, but when it comes to wakes and funerals, I always try to go. I make it a point because that's when they're at their lowest. That's when your friends and family need you. So a moment of silence for my friend's father, Pat, and my friend's son, Preston. And I'll be thinking of you in my walk today. So bad news comes in threes, but that's why we're put on this earth, just to help each other out and support each other. And you might not be religious, but you gotta keep the deceased in your prayers and in your thoughts, because maybe they're just trying to make it to heaven like most of us are. And I don't want Pat's dad or Alan's son stuck in purgatory for a long time. So just my thoughts will maybe help 1% get you there. But that's it. It sucks, but it's just part of life. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.